Thank you so very much, friends. I wanted to thank Mr. Kumar from Malaysia. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. And also Bonnie from Quebec. And our always our usual friend from Malaysia again, Mr. Liu. We missed Juliet tonight. Friends, Happy New Year again. We would like to start tonight as a gathering of music, friendship, and prayers for peace. I think what better than saying prayers for peace and unity? And I have to admit now that Siona is watching me and listening to me. I begged Siona. I said, Siona, I don't have anybody, and we need to have an evening of friendship and music for unity and peace. And at the last minute, Siona accepted it and honored me with her presence. Thank you, Siona. Appreciate it for accepting this. And also, I have to admit that I thought nobody will come tonight, and we're getting to 50 people. I would like to thank every single one of you, not only Sheryl Marshall, who didn't have to work tonight, and also not only Empire from Congo. Empire, don't think that I didn't see you. And Humanjan, you too. So anyways, please stay after 8:30 so we will continue with the devotional. Uh, Siona will speak about a or will sing and speak about something very crucial, and that is peace and unity now. And with the way she smiles, I think we will accept that. I mean, it is important who says what. I will read for you what Paweł Brodowski, the editor-in-chief of Jazz Forum magazine, wrote about her. Siona Neale is a strikingly beautiful Black Baha'i singer, songwriter. She has been making waves ever since her arrival. She is a jazz, blues, and soul artist endowed with a beautiful, deep voice. I agree. Extraordinary energy, and I agree that too, and expression. Siona performs with the cream of Canadian and European recording, stage, and television personalities, and is a teacher, conductor, and facilitator with the YRDSB. Go ahead, Siona. Thank you for accepting. Hi, Lou.
I am hopeful that I can share my screen because it's always hard to know if you are or if you aren't. So am I sharing my screen right now? It says I am. All right. Thank you so much for your introduction. And I'll just get to it.
Let's be clear with the things we're gonna talk about here, cause I'm gonna fight for the things that are right with the tools I hold dear. Let's be clear with the things we're gonna talk about here, cause I'm gonna fight for the things that are right with the tools I hold dear. First of all, it seems to me the world could do without animosity. I say, hold on, Jill, hold on, Jack. I'm gonna smile at the world despite whatever comes back. Secondly, it seems to me the world could do without negativity. I say, hold on, Jill, hold on, Jack. I'll be as friendly as I do despite whatever comes back. Let's be clear with the things we're gonna talk about here, cause I'm gonna fight for the things that are right with the tools I hold dear. Let's be clear with the things we're gonna talk about here, cause I'm gonna fight for the things that are right with the tools I hold dear. Shalaba, 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da. Shalaba da ba da ba ba ba.
Today, the nations of the world are self-engaged, occupied with mortal and transitory accomplishments, consumed by the fires of passion and self. Self is dominant, enmity and animosity prevail. Nations and peoples are thinking only of their worldly interests and outcomes. The clash of this war and din of strife are heard among them, but the friends of the blessed perfection have no thoughts save the thoughts of heaven and of the love of God. Therefore, you must, without delay, employ your powers in spreading the effulgent glow of the love of God. So order your lives that you may be known and seen as examples of its radiance. You must deal with all in loving kindness in order that this precious seed, entrusted in your planting, may continue to grow.
Let's be clear. 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 Jabba-dibba, shabba-dibba. Jabba-dibba, jabba-dibba-dibba-ba. Jabba-dibba, jabba-dibba-dibba-ba. Let's be clear. Let's be
So, really today, I'm going to stop sharing for just 1 second. So, really today, it's a reflection on how we treat one another and what I need to do as a Baha'i in order to grow and develop and appear in the utmost beauty. So between the songs I've written and the writings of, it's the music, it's the songs I've written to words of Baha'u'llah Abdul Baha Shoghi Effendi, and also writings from the Universal House of Justice that I'm sharing with you today, in and among the music. So you get the writings in and among the music, but the music is the writings as well. So I do hope you enjoy it all. Let's go right here and
glorified be God eternally, glorified be God eternally, glorified eternally. Glorified be God eternally, glorified be God eternally, glorified eternally. The divine springtime is come, O most exalted pen. Bestir thyself and magnify the name of God. Glorified be God eternally, glorified be God eternally, glorified eternally. Glorified be God eternally, glorified be God eternally, glorified eternally. And celebrate his praise in such wise that all created things may be rejoiced be God, eternally glorified, be God, eternally glorified, eternally. Speak and hold not your peace, praise be to thee, O revealer of the signs of God.
I'm going to share this with you. There. Everything he did or said taught someone something, but he warned, listen to and obey the first thing I say, for that is what is best for you. If, however, I find you reluctant, I soften and reduce my request till I arrive at a burden that you feel suits the strength of your shoulders. But my first request would not have been beyond your strength, if you had only trusted in me. Shoghi Effendi repeated this, and it seems the Universal House of Justice functions on the same principle.
O Son of Man, 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 please understand, O Son of Man,
Where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time.
Create in me a pure heart, oh my God, and renew a tranquil conscience within me, oh my hope. Through the Spirit of power, confirm thou me in thy cause, O my best beloved, and by the light of thy glory, reveal unto me thy path, O thou the goal of my desire. Through the power of thy transcendent might, lift me up unto the heaven of thy holiness, O source of my being, and by the breeze of thine eternity, gladden me, O thou who art my God. Let thine everlasting melodies Breathe tranquility on me, O my companion, and let the riches of thy ancient continents deliver me from all except thee, O my master, and let the tidings of the revelation of thine incorruptible essence bring me joy. O thou art the manifest of the manifest, and the most hidden of the hidden.
Experiences do not come to us by chance. They are sent to us by divine mercy for our own perfection. Man is under all conditions immersed in a sea of God's blessings. Therefore, be thou not hopeless under any circumstances, but rather be firm in thy hope. This one I have to put here. A little bit tougher because it's this is why this one is a little bit more tough. 1 second. Let me just put it here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, there you are. There you are, my friend.
Rely upon God, trust in Him, praise Him, and call Him continually to mind. He verily turneth trouble into ease, and sorrow into solace, and toil into utter peace. He verily hath dominion over all things. Say, my army is mine, reliance on God. My people, though a force of my confidence in Him. My love is the standard and my companion. The remembrance of God, the sovereign Lord of all, the most powerful, the glorious, the unconditioned. Do not consider thy capacity and merit, but rely upon the infinite bounty and trust to His Highness, the Almighty. Do not delay. True reliance is for the servant to pursue his profession and calling in this world to hold fast unto the Lord, to seek not but His grace, inasmuch as in His hands is the destiny of all His servants.
Men who suffer not attain no perfection. The plant must be pruned by the gardeners, is that one which, when the summer comes, will have the most beautiful blossoms and the most abundant fruit. The laborer cuts up the earth with his plow, and from that earth comes the rich and plentiful harvest. The more a man is chastened, the greater is the harvest of spiritual virtues shown forth by him. I'm gonna skip this one. Stop share. One second. Changing books. Where I put my music. Wait for it. Wait for it. Where is it? I'm not gonna. 1 second. I have to put this here. Put this here. I'm gonna move over to another page, which is what happens sometimes, and it's gonna happen now. So you're gonna have to just. There you go.
Unto No God is there but thee. Anyone who has desired thee. No God is there but thee. The ocean of generosity. No God is there but thee. No God is there but thee. No God is there but thee. No God is there but
You don't know how hot it is in here. We're painting the last room in the house, and it's at 80 degrees right now in order to make sure everything dries. And I'm like, oh my God, it's hot. Let me see. Here we go.
You're hot too.
You're hot there too. Let's go share it. All right, there you go. The Creator, it is certain and indispensable. What do I say? It's certain and indispensable. It's certain and indisputable that the Creator of man is not like man himself, because a powerless being cannot create another being, and an active Creator must possess all perfections to produce his handiwork. Thus, the contingent world is the source of deficiency, and God is the source of perfection. The very deficiencies of the contingent world testify to God's perfections. This is, it's got to have this. 1 second. I'm going to have to wait. Here we go. And stop share. I'm gonna make sure I've got all the vocals in the right spot so I can do this. There you go.
He is the glory of glories. He is the glory of glories. This is that which hath descended. This is that which hath descended from the realm of glory. He is the glory of glories. He is the glory of glories. This is that which hath descended. This is that which hath descended from the realm of glory. Glory, glory of glories. Oh, glory, glory of glories. Glory, glory of glories. Glory, glory of glories. From the realm of glory.
For that one, I had to record all of the voices and have it so that I could sing over them, which is complicated, but it works. Anyways, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Siona,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
can you stop the mic for 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. The friends only see, some of you only see Bob and Louise. And I have pinned you. Is there any problem? Everybody sees Louise and Bob, or people are seeing Siona? I have
We're seeing Siona.
Siona.
I see Siona.
We see
Yeah,
Siona.
we can pin her.
You can pin her.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. I apologize, Siona. Go ahead, Siona.
Okay.
You're doing so beautiful, Siona.
I'm gonna
Wonderful melodies.
Yes, gorgeous.
You're muted, Siona.
There you are. So let me just come back here. And there we go to share. And so come here and there and slideshow. There. Okay. O ye beloved of the Lord, in this sacred dispensation, conflict and contention are in no wise permitted. Every aggressor deprives himself of God's grace. That is so. Wait a second. I'm gonna have to wait. There.
Oh God, make me a hollow through which the pith of self hath been blown, so that I may become a clear channel through which thy love may flow to others. I have left behind me impatience and discontent. I will chafe no more at my lot. I commit myself wholly into thy hands, for thou art my guide in the desert, the teacher of my ignorance, the physician of my sickness. I am a soldier in my king's army. I have given up my will to him and my life to rose up as he may please. I know not what fate thou didst designate for me, nor will I inquire or seek to know. The task of the day sufficeth for me, and all the future is thine. Little by little, the changes weakness into strength, doubted to faith, perplexity to understanding. When I am fit to bear the burden, thou wilt lay it on my shoulder. When I am prepared to take the field, thou wilt assign me a place in the army of light. Now I have no other duty than to equip myself for thy service with eagerness and patience, with hope and gratitude. I bend to the task of the hour, lest when I call to battle comes, I be found ready.
And, I think this is a good place to sort of pause before I do the other songs. The thing is that we often feel weak, or not strong, but in the face of situations which in many cases are situations we faced before. And especially when it comes to friendships, when it comes to conflicts in the family, when it comes to any conflict with colleagues and whatever. And I just look at it and say, if we took the spirit of consultation in its utmost, and we said before we even started talking to someone, my intent is this. What is it that you would like from me? What do you want from me? I'd really just like to, let you hear what I say and then see what you think or something like that. And you work it out. And if you say to yourself beforehand that you may have a clash of opinions, but it's okay. You may not feel good in the middle of whatever it is that you're going through, but it's okay to not feel good. Nobody said, especially in the writings, that you had to feel good. Anyways, certainly, if prosperity befalls you, rejoice not. If abasement comes upon you, grieve not, for both shall pass away and be no more. And so that includes, really is about our relationships with one another. It's not always about something that is coming at you, more or less as it is something in which you're involved in. And when I was looking at the whole idea of friendship during this time and how much, from the writings, it's clear, and even in my own life, how much we other people, that's them, not me, that's them. If you look at the people in your life and you think about your interactions of inclusion, and you have to ask yourself, are you inviting someone to your home outside of a holy day, outside of a feast time, outside of a special occasion, just in any time that isn't attached to going to a Ruhi book or something like that? That's friendship. People feel that. If people think that they're an obligation in your life, then they're not going to be there for that long. They need to feel like as if they matter. And it doesn't matter what their color or their religion or their gender persuasion is. They need to feel that they matter to us, and that when we're there with them, that we are actually listening. One of the things that Abdu'l-Baha uses is it's a kind of fellowship, which is, he says indiscriminate fellowship. And I had to think about, well, what does that mean, indiscriminate fellowship? Okay, so indiscriminate means that I'm not, being particular about the person when I am engaged in fellowship. If it's indiscriminate, it means that I'm not saying you, and I'm really feeling us. And I asked myself this question today: what is the difference between love and like? And is it possible to love someone, not like them, or like someone and not love them? And I came to realize that that's a really funny phrase we use. And there's something where Shoghi Effendi and Abdu'l-Baha and Baha'u'llah are always saying that you can't, the Baha'i writings are different. They have a different nuance. They have a different persuasion. And they're asking us to work in a very detailed and higher manner than what society is. So often, and we're very involved in society, we get outside, we go outside every day and we meet the world. But what we don't think about often is how friendships and marriage and love and how do you say, relationships between parents and child are shown on television and in movies, as much as we love them and as much as we gain inspiration from them, are still very much a part of the contingent world. It's not like they're turning around and saying, what did Baha'u'llah say about this? Where's the litmus here for me to measure the degree of the relationship and how I am behaving in that relationship? And that's really important. It's really important, because if we all the time don't go back to the writings. I had a very serious discussion with my friend 2 days ago. And then I went back and I went, and we didn't have the writings in front of us, and I actually forgot to use my cell phone and look up some of the quotes, but I knew them in my head and heart. But I didn't want my friend to think that I was just saying it off the top of my head. I actually sent the quotes back. And in the quotes, and I think that's really important to go back and check what we think or what we feel, so that we're not holding on to a singular point and saying, yeah, that's it. Because sometimes we miss the nuances, and it's the nuances that are also very, very, very important. And there is something that even I was on a roll today. I was writing to my husband today, who's coming back from Poland in a few days. And, and I said to him, well, what do you think about this particular quote? And I think it's really important. It says, discussion with those who sincerely raise problematic issues, whether they be Baha'is or not, and whether if the latter they disagree with Baha'i teachings, can be beneficial and enlightening. However, to continue dialogue with those who have shown a fixed antagonism to the faith and have demonstrated their impervious to any ideas other than their own is usually fruitless, and for the Baha'is who take part can be burdensome and even spiritually corrosive. So what does that mean? I was thinking, well, what does that mean? What do I do? And I was thinking, okay, you have your boundaries and things. It's saying that, yeah, you can engage in a clash of opinions with everyone and anyone, as you should, but if it gets to that point where that corrosion is felt, where you feel, no, okay, people are going to stand on their point, then it's no longer a consultation. It's become a battle. It's become a conflict. And in that, we need to step away and say, hey, maybe I'm not at this point emotionally able to, participate or listen to you at this moment. We can come back to discussion later, or maybe this is not a discussion timeout that I really feel I want to continue. But we have to investigate the truth of our own feelings, and investigate the truth of the discussion. Doesn't matter whether you're Baha'i or not a Baha'i. I think we all, can agree and have all received the teachings about how to conduct and how to consult with other people. And when a clash of opinions is a productive exercise, and when it is an exercise in simply a conflict where there's no win-win. There's nothing for anybody to get out of it except disunity, because unity is what we're going for. And if the end of your consultation isn't unity, then something in the middle of that wasn't great. And then the friendship starts to fray. And I was really looking, like, I'm coming out with a lot of questions for people just to think about. Because even when we look at our marriages, and I hope, we're all working at how this looks like there's that whole thing of what are you doing in your marriage to make that relationship like the wings of two doves. And that doesn't mean sitting there and saying, you do this, you do this, you do this. No. Sooner or later, people are going to say, no, that's not me. It's where you are in that relationship actively to get to know the other person. That should be your best friendship, which means it can be your most difficult friendship too. But the point of it is that, again, we were never told that, you're going to get married and everything is going to be roses and lilies and you're just going to go kumbaya through the whole thing. No, you have to go through those difficult times to be able to brush off the dross and get to the gold underneath. So these are all the things that I was thinking as I was coming and putting together the songs and thinking again about where I was going, in terms of my relationships in my life, and where I was saying, oh my goodness, am I making sure that I'm making time for family members, even if it's just a quick note and quick talk, and make sure that they feel good about our relationships. And I've got a huge family, as everybody does. You have a huge family, and then you have friends, and then you have a 2-week holiday, if you have a 2-week holiday. And some of you got to fit everybody in. And some people say, well, I don't see you. How come I only see you at births and deaths and birthdays, and I don't see you at any other time? And you got to say, okay, figure all of that out, and that kind of thing. So if we want to talk about creating a world of peace and a world of unity, then for us, we have to begin at home. And we have to begin it with our relationships and each other. And we have to begin with how we talk to one another. And I think it's a very important point to remember that wellness is also something that we need to understand in our community. And it doesn't matter, I mean our community as a whole, not just the Baha'i community, but the community as a whole. Because wellness affects people's behavior and what they do. And some things are because people might need medication. Some things might be that people just need education. Some things might be even a combination of the two. But at the end of the day, how couldst thou forget thine own faults and busy thyself with the faults of another? We all have a lot of work to do. And sometimes judgments can keep people from participating in community life in a way that actually would help them. Because service is such a strong part. I was looking at how Abdu'l-Baha was saying that in order for people to be healthy mentally and emotionally, one of the greatest ways is to serve. And there's so many ways to serve, many ways. And even now that you can have a feast wherever you live and wherever you are, and you don't have to wait for one feast that's done by the local assembly, there's so many opportunities for people to find themselves. And it's really important, not to say that, and it doesn't matter what faith you are. So I'll use every faith. He's not a Baha'i. He's not a Christian. He's not Jewish. He's not the best Muslim. He's not the best Buddhist. It's really important not to say that. I was really surprised because we had a conversation that came up and I was looking at the writings, and it was saying that if a person receives any kind of a, maybe loses a voting right or is sanctioned or anything like that, the local assembly is obligated to check the medical records. So it's not that local spiritual assemblies just go off and say, okay, this person can't do that or that person can't do that in a community. And I'm quite sure that's in all other many communities as well. But there's a particular directive that's given, many directives in the Baha'i community. So we really have to stand on that we might not know all the reasons that are under it. And local spiritual assemblies don't do anything willy-nilly. And the reason is to make sure that the other person can participate in the community to the fullest. And maybe they need to have those safeguards around them, which we might view as, oh, okay, they've been punished. And that's not true. Okay? Don't look at these things as kind of like sanctions. These are things that are to help there be unity in the community and help people to be able to show themselves in their best light. And that's important. As a musician, I'm also a teacher. And a lot of times kids will say, well, why does he get to do that? Or why are you telling him no and you're telling him yes, and blah, blah, blah. And I have to say, we have this picture in education where you have one window, kids of different heights standing on different stools, and one kid who doesn't even have a stool. So there's always going to be, a different way to help each person to reach their goals. And we as teachers have to be aware of it. And as temporal beings, it's hard to manage all the time. But it's also hard for other people looking in to take a look and see how you're doing it. And I think if you have kids, you know what it's like, or of course you've been kids in your own family, you grew up with your parents, and one of the child says, you love him more than you love me, oh my God. And I remember when my 9-year-old was saying, why is it her brother, who was like 15 at the time, why does he get to do this and she can't do that? And I was trying to say, well, you're different ages, there's different expectations, and when you get older, we'll revisit some of the questions that you feel are unfair. Anyways, but these are the points that I think we have to revisit a lot as individuals, because if we take it for granted that we are being the best kind of friend that we can be and the best kind of person that we can be, I have to say no, because every day you're changing. Every day, yes, there are many tests, you have to revisit them. And if you revisit the same test and you still find yourself wanting, then you've got to change something. You've got to make a 180 somewhere to make a difference. So that's what I don't know, something moved me to make a stop and say that. But I've got 2 more songs to share with you. And hopefully when you have your consultation, we have the consultation, this sort of thing, we can talk about some of those things. So, I'm going to say love and like. I would rather say we do use those words, but really understand that when you love someone, it comes from a place where you are accepting and you're understanding where they are, the position of where they are, and that if like does not include love, then it's not like at all. I don't think you can, and from a Baha'i perspective, I don't think you can truly separate the two. All right, so work steadily, sincerity and love will conquer hate. Set your faces steadily towards the light of the world. In this world where we live, we've got to learn to give and give and give, because that is how we make the world go round. So to end today, I said I'm going to end with 2 songs, because I have so much more music than I'm ever capable of sharing. Let me just take a look and see where we are, and then I will go from there. So I'm going to come here, and let's go to my lovely friend called Des, and I'm going to go share there. And now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to skip over a couple of these. But if you look towards God, you will love each other and be kind to each other. For the world of God is the world of perfection and complete mercy. Therefore, do not look at the shortcomings of each other. See the light of forgiveness. The imperfect eye beholds imperfections. The eye that covers faults looks towards the Creator of souls. He created you, trains and provides for you, endows you with capacity and life, sight and hearing. Therefore, you are the signs of His grandeur. You must love and be kind to each other, care for the poor, protect the weak, heal the sick, teach and educate the ignorant. So I'm going to share with you, Noble have I created thee? No. I'm going to share with you, my home is the home of peace. And then I'm going to do one last one. I think O Son of Man. Or maybe Baha'i States. One or the other. I haven't figured it out. I will. Let me see. My home.
My home is the home of peace. My home is the home of joy and delight. My home is the home of laughter and exaltation. Whoever enters through the portals of this home must go out with gladsome heart. This is the home of becomes illumined. Whoever enters here becomes illumined. My home is the home of peace. My home is the home of joy and delight. My home is the home of laughter and exaltation. Whoever enters through the portals of this home must go out with gladsome heart. This is the home of light.
actually, there's one more song, the very, very last one, and I think I love this the most now. It incorporates words of Baha Abdul Baha and Shoghi Effendi, and I think you'll know why. So I hope you enjoy these final words. 1 second, and here we go. I must, oopsie, backwards, and there. Oh.
Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate their heroism. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate their heroism. In the arena of service, until such time as God will exalt His God, to remove the stress and anxiety of its friends and trusted servants. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate the heroism and glorify those who were brought low among its creatures to make them spiritual leaders among men and to make them God's heirs. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate the heroism. Cling ye to the cord of steadfastness, in such wise that all vain imaginings may utterly vanish. Today is the day for steadfastness and constancy. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate the heroism. Blessed are they that stand firm and immovable as the rock and brave the storm and stress of this tempestuous hour. They verily shall be recipients of God's grace. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate their heroism. They verily shall receive His divine assistance and shall be truly victorious. They shall shine amidst mankind with a radiance which the dwellers of the brilliant glory loud and magnified. Now is the time for steadfastness. Now is the right moment for the stalwart warriors and champions to show forth courage and to demonstrate their heroism.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Hey.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Fiona, would you like to turn off the mic? Thank you so much, Siona. You got better than 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, you were better than 10 years before. And every time I see you, you're getting better and better and better. David is writing beautiful and animated. And it was such a joyful presentation. And he says, uh, journey through selections of the writings of Abdul Baha. Your voice is a treasure. Siona, thank you very much for sharing it with us. Thank you so much, Siona. I tell you, um, me too, me too, me too. And there are messages for you, all love and appreciation. You know, Siona, if I wear something that you just wore right now, I would have a heart attack of cold. And you know, because you're so animated, you can do that. And that's the love of God. Thank you for accepting to be here with us at the last minute. It is 8:30. With your permission, we will have to start our devotionals. Please read the chat. And they're asking Louis and Bob, they're asking, can we get recordings of this? So for you, Louis and Bob, anything you wish. So people are saying beautiful. Thank you for sharing your gift of,
Much.
okay. There are so many gifts of voice and the writings. Thanks a lot. There are lots of beautiful comments for you. I would like to welcome a great friend who has come and joined us tonight for the first time, Ms. Miranda Arcelli. I think the C is being pronounced as Che. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's Araceli Miranda.
Araceli,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
I hope you enjoyed tonight.
It was very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I also wanted to welcome Beverly Davis, my sister, my friend, my old-time friends. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you for being here. So with your permission, we will turn into our devotions. If there's anything else you want to say, we are at your service, Siona. If not, we will start our devotions.
I just said thank you.
We love you, Siona. We will have you another time. It is really, I did not think people will participate at this time, but you know, it was beautiful. It's saying, Mr. One of the other messages was beautiful and joyful evening. Thank you, Siona.